Hey guys, this is Upesh from Beebom.com, and off late Jio has been pretty much everywhere. I've noticed, and I'm pretty sure you have too, that Jio is entering a lot of different market sectors with a lot of different services. But it's also cloning a lot of popular apps. So the big question is Jio truly a superpower or is it a copycat? Well, this is a question I'm going to answer today, so let's get started. Okay, so listen, there are two types of companies in the world. One, which come across a problem in the market and then does the research, finds a solution, and creates a product to solve that problem. Second type of companies are companies which look for opportunities. The moment they see an opening, an opportunity where they can capture a big market share, they just jump right on it. Jio is in this category of companies. Let me give you an example. So ever since the lockdown began, we saw Zoom, the cloud meeting app, getting crazy popular all across the world because of its 100% meeting groups. Now, Jio saw this as an opportunity. They saw that Zoom is getting popular, and before Zoom could capture the Indian market, Jio created Jio Meet in just 2 months. Yes, Jio only took 2 months to create this app, which already has 5 million downloads. It's crazy. Now, Jio only took 2 months to create this app because this is Jio Meet next to Zoom. Yes, just look at these screenshots. Jio Meet is basically a copy of Zoom. Now, for all the copycat claims, Jio did update their app to look slightly different, but it wasn't a big change. See, the point is, if Jio would have gone for a new app from the ground up with a unique design and unique features, it wouldn't have been possible in just 2 months. And after a few months, Zoom would have been too popular to beat. Same is the case with JioChat, the messaging app that looks a lot like WhatsApp. The resemblance, honestly, is uncanny. Let me give you one more example. So at the recently held AGM, Jio announced a new platform, Jio TV Plus, which would be a one sign-in, one-stop solution for all the streaming services like Netflix, Prime Video, Disney+, Hotstar, Sony Live, and more. It sounds great, but the UI, well, it's a lot like the Apple TV Plus UI, as you can see. Well, it's pretty clear that Jio does not really care about the uniqueness of a product or building a product that's out of the world, because they know it'll take some time and that might lead to missing a big opportunity. Jio is all about business. Just look at the investments in Jio. A lot of different companies have invested in Jio, but some of them are very good strategic partnerships, especially the two biggest investments that we've got to know of recently. Let me explain. So due to the whole COVID-19 pandemic, the lockdown, people working from home, the demand for hyper-local services, delivery services has gone up a lot. And Jio sensed the opportunity here and launched the Jio Mart. And now that Facebook is its biggest investor with freaking $5.7 billion, Jio can now use WhatsApp and its user base for Jio Mart. Another great strategic partnership is with Google, which invested $4.5 billion. We all know that there's a big campaign going on right now for Made in India smartphones, and the partnership with Google can be a step towards that. Jio has already announced that they are working with Google to create a new OS for budget smartphones. And there's also Qualcomm, which invested $97 million in Jio. And we don't know right now what this partnership will result in, but I'm guessing it's something to do with 5G chipset for low-end smartphones. Jio 5G has been announced, so it all kind of makes sense. You know what? These partnerships make me think that Jio will be entering the Indian smartphone market, maybe in 2021, but they'll bring a 5G budget smartphone made in India, possibly the cheapest 5G smartphone, and that might be a big threat to Chinese manufacturers like Xiaomi and Realme. They already have Google, Facebook, and Qualcomm, so they're pretty sorted on the OS, the apps, and the chipset. As for the rest of the hardware required for a made in India smartphone, we might get the news of more investments and partnerships as the year goes on. So it's all pretty exciting, but that's not all. If you analyze Jio's products, you'll know that they are going after a lot of different companies. Let me show you. So with Jio Mart, they're taking on the likes of Big Basket, Grofers, and they plan on selling almost everything in the future, so it will take on Flipkart and Amazon. There's Jio Meet to take on Zoom, Microsoft Meet, and Google Meet. There's Jio Saavn to compete against a ton of music streaming services like Spotify, Gaana, Wing, Prime Music, YouTube Music, and more. Jio Money against Paytm and Google Pay. Imbibe, Jio's education platform, to take on the likes of Byju's. Jio Health Hub against Practo and MedLife. JioGate, the society security app, against MyGate, Gatekeeper. So just look at all this. Jio basically equals the Indian startup ecosystem. It has a service or product in almost every market segment out there on the internet. So the reason Jio is entering a lot of different market sectors is because it wants to create a system. Let me give you a practical example to show you what Jio is trying to achieve here. So in the future, say you live in a society and you enter the society using the JioGate app. You order food and different essentials using JioMart, using internet from Jio Fiber, on a Jio smartphone, wearing Jio glasses. That's not, maybe you're using Jio smart lights, Jio smart appliances. You get the idea. See, the possibilities are endless, and right now Jio is working towards that possibility to create a complete system, an ecosystem, and all-in-one platform for every single thing. Now, coming to the big question, is Jio a superpower or is it a copycat? Well, it's a bit of both, and that's not really a bad thing. See, the user base Jio is trying to capture does not really care if an app is the copy of another app. Not as Jio. Like I said, Jio does not really care about the uniqueness of its products. Jio is all about business, and they're good at it. And all they care about is becoming a superpower. See, their apps and services are basically taking on every single market segment. All the companies it has partnered with, they all suggest the same. It's a Jio is serious about business, about creating that ecosystem where everything you use is from Jio. And you know what? If Jio is successful, it will most definitely become a superpower. Well, what do you think of Jio, its latest investments, all of its services and apps? Tell us in the comment section below. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and make sure to share it around. Lastly, subscribe to our channel for more amazing tech videos. Well, that's me signing off. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.